Islanders, we have some interesting stories for you today, starting with Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival shared some numbers with us this morning between their relationship with St. Jude and how much money has been raised since early July with the cruise restart. It's a feel-good story on a Friday. You have to hear this. Plus, we have the survey results, some interesting data from U.S. News and World Report on cruisers and how likely Americans are to take cruises in the foreseeable future. It's very, very interesting. Plus, move over iceberg. How about this? A cruise ship encounters a tornado at sea. We have the video for you. Just wait till you see this. Let's talk about everything right now on Island Time. A big happy Friday, and we made it to Friday. I hope you had a good week. I hope you have a good weekend planned. I know that we do. Or spending time together with family, watching football. I'm going to coach my oldest son's football team. We have a great weekend planned, but remember, we have a date. Sunday, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. You and I are going live right here. I don't care what you do Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday. But Sunday night, be right here. Plan to be here. Remember, if you hit that subscribe button and you ring the bell, it would notify you when we go live so you can hop on and we can interact. We're going to have a great time. Let's start with some awesome cruise news. This really is awesome. Carnival Cruise Line released this news today that they have raised almost $300,000 for St. Jude. How awesome is that? Carnival raises this money from you and I, Islanders, donating money on cruises. It is my feel-good story of the day for sure. In the 3 months since Carnival Cruise Line restarted passenger operations in July, the cruise line, along with Islanders, us, have raised almost $300,000. To be exact, $295,000. Here is the quote here. Over the last 3 months, our great guests have helped us raise $295,000 for the children of St. Jude. We want to say a huge thank you to all of the incredible generosity you show every time you cruise. Hopefully, truly, hopefully, this will help an incomparable organization continue to care for those who need them most and eventually help find a cure for childhood cancer. Now, you know this. On every cruise, Carnival hosts a groove for St. Jude. I hope that you've taken time to be a part of this groove for St. Jude. You can buy a t-shirt and a wristband for $15. That's it. $15. You get a t-shirt, you get a bracelet, and that $15 goes to St. Jude. Now, I also want to mention as well, I've never done this on one of my videos. I do it on my live videos because they are interaction. But this month, you've heard this on my live videos. You've heard this on Facebook as well. We have Island Time lanyards. You can see the lanyards here. Come be an Islander. They have our logo. It's printed on both sides. It is a plastic clip. You can take this off. Make sure you put that card right there in your slot machine. You can pay for your drink. You can put it in your room key. It's easy to take off, and it's easy also to put back together. And this is a metal, not a plastic, a metal clasp that goes together. For the entire month of October, for every one of these that we've sold, we've donated the entire $12 to St. Jude. And so we're cruising next week. We are going to give that money to Groove to St. Jude, and we have some of these to give away next week, by the way, on the Breeze as well. But these are $12, shipping included. Anywhere in the United States, $12. You get a lanyard, I ship it to you, and you can see my PayPal in the description of this video below. If you'd like to give one, I give the entire $12 this month to St. Jude on my cruise next week on the Carnival Breeze, October 21st. Wanted to mention that. Also wanted to mention this. For the kids at the hospital, what does this money go towards? Carnival provides cake for their birthdays. Also host dive-in movies at St. Jude Target House for kids and their families. There's a spring formal dance for teens. There's an annual day of play where Carnival actually brings team members from Carnival to St. Jude and they play. And it goes toward many other costs that families have there at St. Jude. Listen to this number. As of 2019, Carnival raised $18 million for St. Jude. I say Carnival, but it's us Islanders and guests. They've set a goal to raise another $15 million that's going to be set to complete in 2024. How awesome is that? A feel-good story of the day. Let's keep moving. Travelers are ready to sail again. That's what U.S. News and World Reports has found. That organization released results from a survey, an extensive survey. Over 6,000 people were interviewed, and it reveals new data that takes an in-depth look into traveler behavior and their opportunity and segmentations around cruising. Now, they found that cruisers are ready to travel again, and are we not? A lot of us already have. If we haven't, we probably have one booked. Here we go. Here's what Aaron Evans said. He's the managing editor of travel at U.S. News and World Report. He said, based on this survey, the coronavirus pandemic has had an outsized effect on the travel industry, especially the cruise sector, and the public's appetite for travel. However, interest in cruising has barely wavered over the past year and a half, and veteran cruisers are itching to get back out on the water, while many travelers are interested in taking their first cruise ever. Aaron Evans, I don't know you at all, but I can tell you that you are spot on. Veteran cruisers are ready to cruise, and we are cruising. And we have heard from Carnival Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean that they are seeing a record number of first-time cruisers since the cruise restart. That's an interesting fact. You know, when you look at people behavior, you wonder why now. You've never cruised before, but you want to now. It's interesting. Here's what their findings include. They had 4 findings with the survey. The first one is appetite for cruising is making a comeback. Among those who have cruised before and indicated that they may cruise again in the future, more than 20% of those people who have cruised before said they'll cruise again. More than 20% are currently booked on a future cruise right now. Even people who have never taken a cruise before, they are booked at higher levels than ever. It's amazing to see. It really is. Point number 2 from the survey, cruisers care about COVID-19 safety. More than 80% of past cruisers say that vaccine requirements are important. More than 80% said that they would like to see that in place, and of course it is in place right now. It's going to be in place through at least February of 2022. It may be extended beyond that. 9% of cruisers who have cruised before told the survey that they are against the vaccine policies. That's interesting. 9% is a big number when you're looking at it from a business perspective. Carnival Cruise Line looking at that, and 9% of people who have cruised with you before are not going to cruise with you because they don't want to get the vaccine. That's a big number of people. Number 3, first-time cruisers are still excited to get out on the water post-vaccine. The total number of people who have never cruised before but would be interested in cruising, never cruised before, but would be interested, is at 61%, a record high in the history of this survey. 61%. And how about this? Here's some more data. The 4th thing that has been found here, and there's a lot, this one's loaded here. Some longtime cruisers say they won't be returning to the sea. Okay, there's not many of them, but there are some. The percentage of previous cruisers who say they would never cruise again, it increased. It was 2% in January of 2020. So you took a cruise and for whatever reason you said, that's not for me, I'm not doing that again. 2% of people who never cruise said that based on the history of the survey. In August of 2021, that number doubled to 4%. So 4% of people who've ever cruised before now say they'd never cruise again. I don't know who you are. I hope maybe we could say something to convert you to cruise again. Maybe you haven't cruised with us islanders. Am I right? Come cruise with us islanders and you'll have a good time, I promise you. Meanwhile, 10% of travelers who haven't yet been on a cruise responded that they would never cruise pre-pandemic. That was August of 2020. That number increased from 10% of people who never said that they'll ever cruise to 17% with this survey. And we all know those people, our friends, and maybe even family, who've always said, I will never cruise. The cruising's not for me. I would never do it. I've never been on a boat. I don't want to go. That number is at 17%. 17% of people in this survey, which is supposed to be reflective of America, say that they would never cruise. And That's why we're here. We are here to change their mind. Get on a cruise ship. My sister-in-law is one of them. She said for years, I'm not doing it. That's not for me. We can go fly somewhere. We'll go to all-inclusive. We'll go to the resort. We'll go to the beaches in Florida. But I'm not cruising. She went cruising, and all of us have this story. I know we do. She loved it. Do you have a friend that's like that? Tell us in the comments below. I want to hear your stories of someone who is apprehensive or even against cruising, but they went and they loved it. And that person might just be you. Share your stories in the comments below. I want to see them. Here we go. Last story of the day. I thought this was interesting. I had to show it to you. Forget the iceberg. Watch out for the tornado. Here's the video. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Look at this tornado. First off, imagine yourself on a cruise ship. Okay, this is in the Mediterranean, so it's nowhere near home for most of us here in the United States. It's in the Mediterranean. This video was actually, it's taken in the Mediterranean. The cruise ship is leaving Rome. And Seth Thompson actually records this video. He said it was a beautiful day, a perfect day. The sun was out, and just in a matter of time, that day changed to cloud cover, rain, and all of a sudden, you see this tornado or waterspout. I know some of you will probably correct me. It's known as a waterspout over the water. But can you believe this and how close it is to the cruise ship? Look at that. It's unbelievable. Everybody was okay. The tornado or the waterspout was moving away from the ship, but those passengers on board received, they got some awesome footage. They did. This actually took place September the 9th. Okay, I want to point that out. But this video, you know how things go. It takes a while for things to go viral. This happened September 9th, and now we're talking about it a little over a month later. Again, everybody's okay, but you just think about what you would do, because things like this, they happen. They really do. What would you do in a situation like this? It's interesting to see. I wanted to show that to you as we end today. That's it for the Friday edition of Island Time. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up. It really does a lot for us in the YouTube algorithm. Every time you give a thumbs up, this video, it's set in front of other viewers just like you. We're going to see you this weekend. See you for sure Sunday night. And we hope you have a great, great weekend. That's all right now from Island Time.